Hey guys, AT4 back blast again with another tutorial. Uh, Another question posted on the Bethesda forums. But before I do that, I want to give a shout out to a supportive viewer that I have, The Last Tay. I really appreciate your input, brother. And because of your input, I have decided to make a mini series based off of my tutorial series. I shall be cutting these videos down. Believe that. So, anyway, so for the time being, I will have the full length, full explanation videos up. Uh, I will be working on shortening the videos, chopping them down to where you just see basically the explanation of the meat and bones of each one of them. I may just not chop them down. I may go in and just reopen up the map and explain what's in there, perhaps. But I'll figure that out soon enough. But for the time being, this tutorial is going to be on how to make respawn checkpoints throughout your map. Uh, as soon as this crap loads, and this is one of the things that my viewer mentioned was like loading screens and stuff like that really eats up time, and it does. Uh, and yes, it is annoying. I should have started this up before I started recording. But hey, this is actually like my first. I'm within my first 10 days of ever making videos and posting them on YouTube. So I appreciate the input. I need all the input I can get. Uh, Come on, load. So the question in the forum that was posted was somebody wanted it a feasible respawn. He said tired of going through the map and then dying and having to and getting respawned all the way at the beginning, right? And then having to run back to wherever it was that he died at. Uh, got a I've got an easy way of fairly easy way, I hope, of achieving checkpoints. Okay, so let's go to let's create a new map. Basic. Now, the simplest idea would be a straight line approach, right? So you would think when a player gets to here, we'll set a respawn point. When they get to here, we'll set one. But it's got to be a little more dynamic than just that because a lot of people, the good designers, the good level designers, they're going to have a lot of reuse of their map, right? So when you go to one area, uh, let's just use this sample map to start with, right? So let's say you start here, right? And you got to run, and this door is locked with a red key card, right? And then so let's say the key card is in here, all right? You die, you go back to here, the key card drops, you got to run all the way back. Be nice to have a checkpoint in here, right? But what happens when you run and you get it here? This is not the best example, but the point being is that we can't just have it linear, right? Here's the first checkpoint, here's the second, here's the third. We've got to make it so that each checkpoint is designed to overwrite the last checkpoint. Okay, so what I'm going to do is delete that. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to copy this. Copy that. Copy that. So I keep doing that. Okay. Now, we're just going to lock that door. Okay. And actually, Yeah, no, locked. Definitely locked. All right, so uh, forgive me the last tay. I don't have the means of doing what you want just yet, but I will do it just to reiterate that. So, on with this. Uh, I'm going to make 3 checkpoints. All right, I'll make one in this room right here, and I'm gonna make one more here and one more here. All right. So the idea that I have in my head is first off, we need to make a integer variable, right? Okay, and we're gonna call this spawn point. Okay, and then initial value is going to be 0. Whoops. Okay. Now we also need to have a player iterator. I'm sorry, player proxy. I call it iterator. Player proxy. Okay. All right. Now let's see here. So we will copy the spawn point to the room that we want checkpoints in. Okay. I don't know why I just did that. Grab a copy of that one. There we go. Now, notice they all say reference to spawn point. If you change one, they all will reflect the same value. That's why I'm doing it like this. So I need to also go in and put in a module. Each one, not a copy of the module, just select a module and then put it in each one of these rooms. Okay, and then we will say uh, player proxy. Okay, let's do this. On player entered, we want to set the integer, change the integer to a value of 1. All right, let's go ahead and do this one over here. We're going to set this one to an integer, whoops, wrong one, of 2. And set to integer of 3. Okay, and now we need to create spawn destinations, teleport destinations. We don't need the teleport pad. We just need a teleport destination. Okay, and we'll drop that there, and we will drop that there, and we'll drop that. It don't matter, right there. Okay, now make this easier. I'm going to drag this. Let's see. So we will say on. I hope this works. On player spawned, yeah, we're going to do it on player spawned, right? Because he's actually going to spawn back here. Okay. On player spawned, we need to test the value of this right here. We need to say oh, whoop, my bad. I was wondering why it wasn't looking right. Need integer compare. do I? Or do I? Let's see. Let's see how this is going to work, right? Integer compare, left-hand integer. Need like an if then else kind of thing. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, that's right. I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought there for a second. We need where's it at? Where's it at? What's that piece of crap? Here we go. Need a sequencer. All right. All right. So, sequencer will signal its outputs in a specified order. The default order is in the order in which the outputs are connected. Okay. So, on sequencer signaled, actually, yeah, on sequencer signaled, we will set destination to, you know, okay, that's one. On sequencer signaled, we will send it to destination 2, you know, and now, sequencer signaled. I don't think that that's going to work. However, sequencer. Okay, so on this changed, we're going to change the index of the next output, right? In this case, it's 0, 1, or 2. So we will set the index. Oops. To the variable spawn point. Good, very good. Okay, and oh man, I want to see if this works. Not sure if it's going to because of how I have this set up. Because the sequencer on right, player proxy on spawned signal. Okay. All right, now I'm missing something here. Missing something here. What am I missing? Let's see. Oh, right. A way to kill myself. Of course. Let's do. Explorers flow FX. Okay. Like this one. Going to set it here. And set that here. All right, let's test it out. We would call this waypoints respawn code. I know you guys can't see while I'm typing. I think that's really lame. You can only see after I've got all the text entered in. That's really gay, I think. But whatever. Let's play. See how this works. See if it works right. Yeah, so I had my first troll on the video. Okay, so apparently it spawned me somewhere. Oh, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we know the spawner works. All right. That's, that was okay. That was actually pretty funny. Um, I think it. Yeah, I think it put me. Did it put? Where did it put me? Okay, let's have a peek, right? So on player entered, set the integer. Oh, value of 1. Wait. Wasn't paying attention. Value 1, initial value is going to be 0. So this one is 1. Oh, so I need to set this. Okay, that's interesting. It's working on a 0 base, right? So I need to set my default value, initial value to -1, right? And then right here, makes that 0. Makes that 1. And makes that 2. Go. Let's go ahead and save and try again. Okay, where did it put me? It put me in room 012. Put me in room 2. Yep, it put me in room 2. Okay. Now let's return the map editor. Okay, and let us inspect what is going on. So let's try changing this. Oops. To unkilled. Unkilled self. And yep, unkilled and unkilled self. You look at this, man. That doesn't make no sense to me. For some reason, sequencer signaled. Teleport to. Oh. Perhaps I should look at the issues. Repeat sequence. No. Run one output per signal. If true, the sequence will only run one output before pausing and share a sequence. If true, all activators share the same sequence. If false, each activator starts its own sequence. That doesn't matter. Okay, so I forgot to look at the settings for the sequencer itself. I forgot about all that crap in there. All right. And actually, since now this is probably the way to do it, right? On killed and on killed self. But let's just say on spawned. I really like the idea of on spawned. Okay, not on a death. But whenever you spawn back in, there might be things you want to do on a death, but not during the spawn, right? Run less risk of logic colliding and you having to compensate by changing the delay numbers on the action sequences for each node. All right, so I might need to do that. Where am I? Oh, I'm in here. Okay. So right. Okay. Let's just go ahead and try this as it is. All right, I've made it to this room. I should probably put up signs that say what room I'm in. Took me back to the starting room. Alright, which was 0. Which is actually fine. Okay. But this is on spawn, so so yeah, let's go ahead and do unkilled self. Okay. And let's go ahead and look at this logic. When we come in here, so number. All right, on room entered, set integer to what? To 0? Change it to 1. Because when we died in this room, it sent us back there. I think it's because it couldn't find one. So the integer for this one is 2. So it might not be 0 based. I think it was just the issue I was having with not having the settings set correctly on the sequencer. 3. Okay, save. Now we should spawn at the spawner point when we first start, and then on killed self, we should teleport. Now, let me just say, before anybody tries to do like something similar to what that troll did to me, you don't need to have this in every room, right? These are checkpoints. Okay? So if they've reached, so I see I did start at the beginning. Now, the idea of a checkpoint is that they've got to actually make it through something to get a checkpoint. Okay? So don't make it so you've got a checkpoint in every room. Just also know that if you use a spawner event, like a survival wave or whatever, it's got an option in the settings of that node that says player respawns in the lockdown room, right? Turn that to true, and you won't have to worry about the player spawning outside of a locked down room. All right, so we're in room 1. Now we're gonna head over to room 2. Actually, let's go over to room 2 and die. Man, I need to make these flames do more damage. Takes forever to kill me. I wonder, how many of you can stand in fire that long and not die? Terrific. It spawned me in room 2. Alright. Go to room 3. You notice I ran through room 1 first. Oh, why does it burn when I pee? Okay, see? Look, you can tell. See, I died right there. See the little skull? So you know that's the room that I was in. There's the exit. Okay. Say what you want. I really think this is an absolutely effective way to do this. Absolutely, hands down. If you've got a better way, a better method, please let me know. Um, let's just look at this for what it is, right? Um, I've got objects in here that take up resources. Okay. Now, that's not a whole lot. Okay. So, lesson learned. A sequencer runs on a non-zero basis. All right. Its index array works starting at 1. Okay. Notice that time that I died in room 2 and it teleported me to room 1. Okay, because I had room 2 set to the sequence of 1. That's how this is working, right? So the spawn point, I'm using a spawn point as an index, right? To tell the sequencer where to send people. Okay? And then all you've got to do is do on killed, on player killed self, right? And that'll handle every player. Doesn't matter how many are in there. That'll handle every individual player. Okay, there you have it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.